We're here at Embedded World in Nuremberg, where yesterday we launched a second module in the Walter family. It's a family now. Where the first Walter had LTE-M and narrowband IoT as its cellular uplink, we're now announcing a Walter with Cat 1 bis as its uplink. It's a technology that's in the 4G era, but this gives global deployment as a possibility. Where LTE-M and narrowband IoT networks are great for low power, LTE Cat 1 bis is a technology that has the same roaming agreements as LTE Cat 1 that you find in your smartphone. And this allows Walter to be deployed in areas where the LTE-M and narrowband IoT networks are not yet available. And also in the future, satellite becomes possible with Cat 1 bis. Let's deep dive into this technology. So we're here at the Sequans booth in Embedded World in Nuremberg with Imad from Sequans. Hi Imad.
Hello Dan.
Yes. So we launched Cat 1 bis Walter here with the modem from Sequans. So Imad, tell us a bit more about Cat 1 bis technology and what's special about it.
I have it in my hands, the Walter Cat 1 bis, among the first samples. What is special about the Cat 1 bis? Sequans is among the first companies who believed in the Cat 1 bis technology. Well, definitely it is the continuity of the Cat 1, meaning a 10 megabit per second kind of technology. It's the complementary technology for Cat M and NB-IoT. Actually, I mean, as long as the beauty of Cat 1 bis is, or Cat 1, is it will work wherever you have a 4G legacy, and there are a lot over the planet. And before this is sunset completely, it may take several years. So we are happy and we believe that the Cat 1 bis has few years in front of it before it is being replaced with something else. And this something else, we already know what it is, because the Cat 1 bis, the natural evolution, is going to be the 5G ERT gap, where some companies started to talk about, including Sequans. We are preparing our next generation, which is going to be a pin-to-pin compatible with the existing Cat 1 bis module, which is going to be a 5G ERT gap with the fallback to Cat 1 bis. So yeah, I mean, this is maybe something existing already talking about Cat 1 bis, but it's also, there's a story continuing over the 5G in the coming years.
So I remember more bandwidth than low power, but global availability.
Absolutely.
And also special is that Sequans owns the IP of the chipset inside the module, which is quite unique, as I've understood.
Absolutely. I mean, Sequans is not a module vendor. We develop our entire technology from chipset to software stack to everything necessary to do the technology. So we do the module to validate our technology, to make sure that the technology we are building, whether from chipset, from software stack, or the entire chain, are acceptable, that it can be certified. So we do the module, and indeed, I mean, once we have the module, we can sell it. So we can have it on Walter and some other devices. Yeah, I mean, we own the technology, definitely.
Yeah, certifications, that's also something that your Cat 1 bis module is renowned of. It's one of the most certified Cat 1 bis modules on the market?
Absolutely. I mean, the one thing important to note, I mean, certification in the cellular is something mandatory. I mean, we cannot go without the certification. That being said, some recent changes in the rules, especially in Europe, which are introducing the cybersecurity rules, which are part of the RED right now. And just to know that we have been the first company to be certified by RED, including those guidelines. So yes, certification is very important for the companies for all the aspects. It's a kind of proof that it is accepted by major carriers, but also by regulators and all the ecosystem.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Imad, for your time. I'm back at the DP Technics booth with Daniel from Soracom.
Hi.
So, hi Daniel.
Hi.
So let's zoom in a bit more on the connectivity side with Cat 1 bis and what the differences are between LTE-M, narrowband IoT, so the LP1, and Cat 1 bis on the network side. So Daniel, What do you see as the main differences between, let's say, LTE-M and Cat 1 Biz on the connectivity side?
On the kind of connectivity side, we tend to kind of see NB-IoT and LTE-M customers tend to prefer them for like the cost of the modules and the penetration of the coverage, but the actual like mobile operator or MNO kind of pickup of those technology hasn't been as fast as we'd have liked to have seen. So the coverage in terms of per country isn't always multi-network, it isn't always as we would like. So Cat 1 Biz, because it leverages the standard LTE connectivity that a consumer mobile would use, it is far more readily available in most scenarios. It's 3-4 network multi-operator coverage, so it kind of picks that gap between where NB-IoT wants to be maybe in the future.
Okay, so of course Walter is well known for its low power. There you need PSM and EDRX.
Yeah.
LTE Cat 1 Biz has these same power saving modes, but are they also available on the networks?
They're mostly available. It's not kind of enabled by default, I would say. We have seen quite a high uptake though. It's more of a case of if a customer would say it's not available, we tend to kind of raise it on that rather than it's kind of defaultly kind of there for a lot of people. Yeah.
So would it be a good conclusion to say if you want a truly global device, you're on the move, say vehicle tracker applications, Cat 1 Biz would be a real good technology. If you are on the other hand building some battery powered device that needs to have good building penetration and you need to save that last drop of energy, then the original Walter with LTE-M narrowband IoT would be your best bet.
Yeah, especially for like Cat 1 Biz, you'll know it's single antenna and it doesn't have the penetration that the NB-IoT does have. So yeah, for those static kind of devices that are in building, buried away, 100% the Cat 1 Biz would maybe work, but it's kind of the original Walter is going to be better in those kind of applications. But you're 100% right that as vehicles move around or you have a constant source of power, the Cat 1 Biz is going to give you a much wider footprint of every country. It's there ready now. LTE-M might get there. It's more countries are sort of picking it up. But even with narrowband IoT, you'll know yourself, cellular handover is a struggle. So there is still trade-offs.
Okay. So yeah, that Cat 1 Biz, we're really bridging that gap between LTE-M picking up in pace, but still not being there, and that global deployment possibility.
It's Cat 1 Biz is great for those customers that are maybe used to an old school 2G kind of their connectivity. They know how 2G works. As that's being sunsetted, they're looking at narrowband IoT and they're sort of like, I actually have a higher data consumption rate than that. But they're used to the coverage and penetration of 2G. Cat 1 Biz is going to be a great fit for them because they are going to get everything they're used to, but a little bit more, and there's going to be no real trade-offs there.
Yeah, and also at Cat 1 Biz you get that extra bandwidth.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, Daniel,
thank you very
for
much.
your insights.
Yeah.